Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's your resident Black Spider-Man, Karabo Mdluli.
And it's the resident brown boy, that guy Preoen.
And it's the Bench Warmers, your favorite sports podcast ever, really. This is us, you know. So Preoen, another good week of football.
Oh, brilliant week. I love
football is back, man.
The weekend was crazy.
Oh man, sports is back. I love it. Just what did you think about all the fixtures this past weekend? Without getting into too much detail, what do you think?
Without spoiling anything for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
I loved it. The weekend was amazing. I didn't stop watching football.
It felt good, eh?
It's just been so long since I've seen club football. I missed it.
It felt so good.
Fans.
Oh man, full stadiums.
Old Trafford was buzzing.
Rocking, man.
When they revealed
Varane. Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I was there. I even wish I was at like some random bar just with other
like
people because the vibes were crazy.
Yeah.
And hopefully soon, I just saw news that our age group are getting vaccinated from the 20th.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited.
SA.
I saw yesterday. I saw this today actually that we can register tomorrow. In fact.
Yeah. So
dude, I'm going in tomorrow.
Bro,
I'm getting
pour that vaccine in a shot glass.
I'm taking it, bro.
I don't care about anti-vaxxers.
If I can get it tomorrow, it's a wrap,
bro.
The next podcast you hear me. Yeah, the next podcast you hear me, I'm going to be vaccinated.
I can't wait.
either.
But anyways, the crowd was electric.
I felt so good, man.
Old Trafford has this criticism of fans not being the most electric, like if you look at Anfield and stuff.
Yeah.
But against Leeds, the crowd was up for it.
Yeah, I think it's because this was like the first full stadium
in
game
18 months.
In 18 months, man. It felt so good. The goals and just everyone.
The crowd
the
was
energy,
just so great.
It felt good, and also I won't lie, the Brentford Arsenal game, the Brentford fans.
And that's their new stadium. They've had it for a while. It's never been able to have fans in it because
Brentford Community Stadium. Yeah, they were also like on fire. So it's so good to
just the vibes everywhere.
Man, it's so good to have football back. And before we go into all the fixtures for week 1 and talk about week 2 fixtures. Just general football news, some stuff that I just off air I was saying to you. I just saw this today, but it's been linked.
I also saw it this morning. I woke up and I saw it on the news.
Reported by Sky Sports, Robert Lewandowski wants out of Bayern. Bayern are valued him at over 100 million. Yeah. Understandably, so they don't want to lose their prized asset for nothing.
This late in the window.
Yeah. I think his contract expires next season, if I'm not mistaken, or the season after.
I think it's the season after because if it was next season, he'd be way cheaper than that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So just quick, what do you think about that?
He's
like 32 now.
I don't know. I'm very sus about this whole thing. I think he's angling for a new contract.
I think so. Because like I just said, I sort of heard some rumors about it like last season, but it kind of died down. It wasn't anything because I saw Bayern will go for Haaland if he leaves, but then we spoke last week saying like Bayern don't really pay ridiculous wages. Yeah. Haaland being a Raiola client, of course. No ways. So for me, I really just find like it's a weird signing or weird decision from Lewandowski personally. I just don't understand. I don't understand why he would want to leave, coming from a treble with Bayern not too long ago. And he earns a lot already, so I don't know, dude. It's just a weird one for me.
He's just angling at a new contract because, first of all, it's too late in the window for any club that could afford him to go for him. All the major moves by the big clubs that could get him have already been done. If he said this at the beginning of the window, maybe we could have seen some big clubs go for him.
Maybe Chelsea,
because I know Thomas Tuchel was interested. He made a joke that, yes, he wanted, I don't know if you saw this interview, but he said he wanted Lukaku with Lewandowski playing behind him in the 10.
Oh, wow.
And then Haaland in front of him alongside Lukaku. He made a joke that. Yeah. So it's pretty funny, good to show some personality in a press conference, but there must have been a little bit of truth in there if you're talking about Lewandowski. Hey, listen,
I'm sure if the option was open, but I don't think Chelsea are going to do any more business now. They really splashed the cash on.
All the major clubs have spent their cash, and it's not like pre-COVID where clubs are spending ridiculous money. It's hard to spend that type of money now, so I think he's staying at Bayern.
I think so too. And another one, I fully don't think this is going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
But Antonio Conte to Arsenal.
Explore the possibilities.
Yeah, I just don't think this is ever going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it works out for both parties.
Yeah.
I don't see it Antonio Conte to Arsenal just makes no sense for any party involved because he plays the most unlike Arsenal football
Yeah.
I've seen. He still plays good football. His teams play good football.
Yeah.
It's just not Arsenal football. His systems historically don't suit Arsenal.
Yeah.
And it's just a weird matchup.
I mean, I guess. Listen, I mean, Arsenal have, I suppose, still have that pull.
No,
Antonio Conte.
there's
Maybe,
no
I mean,
pull,
maybe.
yeah.
But then, obviously, Antonio Conte is still being a free agent at the moment, out of a job, and Arteta's his neck is kind of being called by a lot of the fans.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been personally speaking, I made a joke that we were going to see Arteta's firing on this Amazon documentary.
Yeah.
I stand by that. I think
I fully believe you too.
I think he's going to get sacked this season, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. It'll probably be December at the very earliest.
It should have been last season. This guy is not right for the job. Like, if you got a new manager,
Yeah.
at least they could have had the preseason.
Yeah,
to
okay, fair
implement their
enough. I totally agree with you.
Because, do you know, after they buy Ramsgate and... What's that? Ramsdale, sorry. My bad. And... who was the other player they were linked to? Odegaard, yeah.
Seems to be almost done.
Almost done,
Yeah.
actually. After they finalize those deals, they'll be the top spenders in the Premier League. And it's like, what?
Really? Hectic.
What? And you bought nonsense. Like, I think the only deal I like is Lokonga.
Yeah, that's a good one. I also like that.
Odegaard came last season. He wasn't great. I love Odegaard. I watched him, and when he played for Sociedad,
Yeah.
he was brilliant for Sociedad.
He really was, yeah.
He was brilliant in the Dutch league. But I didn't see him turn up for Arsenal,
Yeah.
to be honest. So, very questionable business, especially buying Sheffield United's keeper for the price of a first-class, like, starting keeper. You could go and get Onana from Ajax
Yeah. For like
that
way
price
less.
tag.
For way less,
and he's
yeah.
way better than...
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
It's shambolic
Yeah,
recruitment.
who's it? Edu, the former,
Edu,
yeah.
Edu's
Gosh,
shambolic
it is
recruitment.
bad. So yeah, Antonio Conte to Arsenal. We don't rate it personally.
I think he's a brilliant manager. I think
great
he's
manager.
Top 5 in the world right
Great
now.
manager, yeah.
But
We
it
just
just
don't.
doesn't work. And why would you want to go to Arsenal?
Yeah.
Like, they wouldn't back you like the way Inter did with Lukaku and Hakimi and stuff.
And he even left because he knew that they're not going to back
Yeah.
him again. So
If Conte gets another job anytime soon, it's going to be a big job. He's
Real
not
Madrid or
going
something.
for
Real Madrid,
a
Barcelona.
mid-table
Yeah,
team.
100%. Another deal, Juventus finally seal the.
And we're talking about
Locatelli.
this last
This is a
week,
game
yeah.
changer. I think this is them winning the league. I think.
If listeners remember what I said AC were winning the league.
Yeah.
But if I said this,
I remember
if
you said no. You did.
Juve get Locatelli,
You
it
did say
changes the whole landscape of
Game
Serie
changer,
A
yeah.
because that essentially fixes the midfield problem. That's been their biggest problem in recent times. So
I don't know how they. I don't know if it's just because Serie A traditionally there's not big spenders, and there's always these loan with obligation to buy deals
yeah.
for a lot of teams, and they managed to somehow sway it. I know, like with PSG did it with Mbappe actually, where they did a loan with the
that was
obligation
exactly
to buy,
what they did.
and that was like 160 million. that was crazy.
Pre-COVID
And everything,
mad.
and even. They technically still doing it now with Chiesa. It's a 2-year loan with obligations to buy. AC Milan did it with Frank Kessie with the 2-year obligation to buy. So I mean, and Sandro Tonali
Madrid did it with Brahim Diaz.
with Brahim Diaz as well. So clever deals. So like, I mean, this is a great. I think the final amount is some like 35 million pounds, which is like 40 million euros.
Yeah.
With 1-year loan obligation.
I think
to
that's
buy.
a decent price.
It's a good deal.
He's a really good player.
He had a great Euros as well.
He was great
so
for Sassuolo.
very young as well, 23. So like, he's still
Yeah.
got this huge upside. So
my main thing is AC Milan should have put a right of first refusal on this deal.
he's from AC.
He's from
yeah,
AC,
yes, I remember
and
that.
now
Yeah.
he's going to the biggest rivals this
Yeah.
season. If AC could have put the right of first refusal, AC had such a big advantage going into the season. Or even a buyback clause. I mean, they got Tonali, but
Yeah, I was gonna
even if
say,
you can, sometimes you got to work like this. You just have to buy a player so another team doesn't
get him, yeah.
Or just use your right of first refusal.
So, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, it makes the title race very interesting. Yeah, so I'm excited to see
The depth
that.
in that midfield, though. Even though there's a lot of underperforming players in the midfield, there's quite a lot of depth there.
I think so too. And also, towards the end of the last episode, we did say that we were going to back a team. And who you chose?
I chose Nice.
You chose Nice, great one. I chose Celtic.
Yeah.
And how did your team do, my friend?
My team did great.
I did see you.
I loved what happened.
Preoen sent me he just sent me a photo with those like eye emojis, but like they were 4-0 up or something. I was like, nah, you called it. You're onto something. You're definitely
I
onto
called
something.
it. I knew
Nah,
this
you
team is
did.
destined for greatness. Nice.
Yeah.
They beat the defending champions Lille 4-0. And Lille were at home. That's insane.
So I chose Hearts. Love Hearts. Hearts,
Not
sorry.
Hearts, Celtic.
Celtic. Sorry, they played Hearts. That's
They
what I was going to
played.
say.
I was going to say, whoa.
Sorry, my
whoa.
bad. So Hearts were second in the league at the moment, and then Celtic were like kind of tied for third and fourth. It was a tight game. Saw the highlights. Obviously, we're in South Africa. We don't get the live games, the
It's
live
really
Scottish game,
hard unless you're doing some shady.
and shady stream.
things.
But we don't condone that.
we don't condone
we
that.
don't want anyone listening to get us in trouble. But watch the highlights. 3-2 win for Celtic. I must say, I mean, we did speak kind of off air. Or we mentioned it in the last episode, saying that Celtic are in a bit of a weird situation at the moment.
Shambolic.
Like really weird recruitment, like selling their best players, not really replacing them properly,
Or just getting terrible
or getting
replacements.
terrible replacements.
I think they have 17 first-team players registered.
Yeah,
Which is like 5 or 6 underneath
the limit.
the
Yeah.
limit.
Yeah, I think you need 23 or something like that.
23.
Yeah. So I mean, some of the people that scored, Hishi is a new signing.
I swear these guys wouldn't even last in the championship.
There's like, I won't lie, like Celtic have been traditionally quite good at producing like Premier League talent.
Yeah.
Tierney being one, like a recent
Van
one.
Dijk.
Van Dijk, of
Yeah.
course. Odson Edouard is one now who is like pretty much on the cusp of going to like a bigger team. Same thing happened with Moussa Dembele.
Is that Sissoko kid, the one that emerged onto the scenes? He was like 13,
Yeah.
playing for the under 16s. Is he still in the academy?
He's still in the academy, yeah.
Okay.
So I mean,
There's one bright spot.
right, and there's good talent, but like one thing that I was worried about with Celtic was they were heavily linked with Eddie Howe to take over as manager, and then the deal just fell apart somehow. I think
that's for the better of Eddie Howe.
Yeah, I think
because like as it is, his reputation got hurt at Bournemouth.
yeah.
Because he was touted as like the next big thing once upon a time, and then Bournemouth got relegated.
Yeah.
And we know how the story went.
Yeah.
I think his legacy would have gotten hurt even more if he went to Celtic, because people who didn't follow Celtic or weren't following Celtic and saw the state of this club, he would have gotten the blame for it, even though it's nothing to do with him.
Right,
It's
his
how
fault,
the
yeah.
club is run.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, good move. What about your team there? With any bright sparks that you saw from the past weekend?
Casper Dolberg with a brace.
He did, man.
With a brace.
I mean, we did say this could be a comeback season. I mean,
Justin Kluivert looked good.
He
We were
did.
talking about this off air.
yeah, love him.
I used to be a huge fan of him. He kind of fell off when he went to Roma.
Yeah, we did
But
mention.
I'm seeing some signs of good growth there.
I think it's
The team looks solid.
yeah, dude,
I'm very interested in this
very,
team.
very, very excited
So
indeed.
we're just gonna keep following these teams.
We'll keep you
as
guys
the season
updated.
goes,
Yeah, keep you guys updated. And
But
it
a
means
4-0 win over Lille is big.
that's a big one.
It's
Yeah,
big.
the champions as well the previous season. So that's huge. That's huge.
Defending champions. Away.
Away, no,
Yeah.
very good. Yeah, I mean, you're onto something. I usually trust your
The
judgment.
project is good.
Yeah. So we're gonna break down the fixtures from the last game week.
Yeah.
Not just in the Prem, just other games that we thought were cool and we want to tackle before we do a quick roundup of the games coming forward.
A quick build up.
Of course, and then yeah, man. Shout out to everyone in our fantasy league.
Actually, there's something I want to discuss before we move on to games.
Yes.
Graham Souness needs to be stopped.
I hate his.
He needs to be stopped.
He has he's no. I can't. I said in I think it was episode 2, episode 1 of Benchwarmers, and I said no, Graham Souness is just like, yes, he was a good player, but just as a pundit, he was a decent player.
Honestly,
let me say that.
He's known for his punditry more than he has for his playing career. Honestly, I didn't know who Graham Souness was.
Yeah,
I didn't even care.
I just know he played for Liverpool. That's all
I just know
because he
he's a
constantly
star,
mentions that. He constantly won't shut up about it. So for those of you who don't know, obviously Paul Pogba had a brilliant game.
4 assists.
Four
Never
assists.
before seen in the Premier League.
And also he had 3 the whole of last season.
He could have had a goal on top of that.
He could have had a goal. Brilliant performance. And Mika Richards, of all players, former Man City player, he was basically defending Paul Pogba. Obviously, Pogba's a grown man. He doesn't need anyone defending him. But essentially what was happening was Souness wasn't giving the man any praise. He did mention Greenwood is a great player, had a great, but Mika was like, what about Paul Pogba? He had 4 assists. It's like, no, you expect that from a £100 million player.
And he disrespected Mika Richards.
Yeah, he's like, oh no, I have information. I'm just like,
and he's like waving his hands.
Yeah.
Like if you do that to any other pundit, you get in trouble with Sky. But now you can do it to Mika Richards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, your agenda runs deeper than football, mate.
Yeah, and
I have a strong feeling it runs way deeper than football. I'm not making any accusations.
Yeah, no, we don't want to assume anything. Yeah.
But like, he has a history of attacking players of color.
Yeah.
When there's no like
basis around, yeah.
When Jack Grealish dropped a disaster class, he just said, yeah, he has lazy calves or whatever because he didn't have a good preseason or whatever. But then you think, okay, so Paul Pogba, who cost like 89 million, said he should be performing like this every game because that's what his price tag is. Yeah. Jack Grealish is the highest transfer in the Premier League right
ever,
now.
Yeah.
And you're saying he just has lazy calves or whatever. Like, keep the same energy for everyone.
I totally agree with you, dude. I remember there was one, it was, I don't know if it was 2 seasons ago. Pogba didn't even play a game. He wasn't playing that game. And then
like, you have to question.
And then even, I can't remember.
That's where the meme came from.
And I can't remember, I keep forgetting the main like mediator. He always like kind of hosts when there's Monday Night Football. I forgot the guy's name. Yeah. But he's like, Graham, Pogba, he didn't even play this game. He literally said it. And I'm just like, nah, dude.
You have to question why he's not playing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what is your problem, dude?
No, his agenda definitely runs deeper than football. Even when Paul was at United, like he's still at United. Why am I saying when he was at United? Yeah. He did an interview with MUTV and they asked him like, what's Graham Souness's problem with you? Then Paul, as a joke, he starts laughing. He says, to be honest, I didn't even know who this guy was.
I remember that.
And then Souness got so mad. He's like, okay, put your Champions League medals on the table. Put your Premier League medals on the table. And they're like, Graham, he's a World Cup winner.
Yeah. He is a World Cup winner. Yeah, he has achieved a lot in this game.
Anyways, I just think this agenda is crazy. Big up to Micah Richards.
He's also acting like, I'm sorry to hop on Graham Souness, but he's also acting like he was the main reason why Liverpool won all those titles. Dude, when there was Kenny Dalglish in that team.
Honestly, this guy couldn't cut it in the Premier League.
Ian Rush, bro. Nah, he wouldn't be able to.
He was just a destroyer. He just went in.
Yeah, he just tackled people. And
he's like a budget Roy Keane, if I'm being honest.
No, facts.
He had a sick mustache though, so I'll give him that.
He did actually. Let me ask you this. Do you think Neville has a bit of that?
Yeah.
Because
did you see the creators?
I did, yeah.
The big YouTubers.
Yeah,
of the
that
UK?
was very
cool.
Very cool from Sky. The overlap.
So basically, Adam McCullough from Stretford Paddock.
Yeah,
I love their content.
Shout out to them, bro. Shout out to them, man. I love it.
The rebrand from Full Time Devils to Stretford Paddock was like great. Yeah. They make amazing content.
Brilliant content, yeah.
So Adam McCullough.
Collaboration one day, guys.
one day. We're gonna tag you guys.
Yeah, of course.
Please listen.
Yeah.
So Adam McCullough, he was on the panel there, and he
front row basically.
Front row, and he straight up confronted
Gary Neville.
And Jamie Carragher to some extent by saying Harry Kane is treated like a saint even though he's basically on strike.
Yeah.
Paul Pogba hasn't said anything bad about the club. He hasn't said anything about leaving. It was all his agent, but he's made as the villain, and he gets constant abuse online. So basically he was asking along the lines of like, where's the same energy for these two players? And then you could see like it triggered Gary Neville because he went off.
Yeah, he did.
He went off.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it was heated.
Gary, you can't expect Paul to like control his agent like a pet. Like his agent is his own person. He's gonna say stuff to get his client the best move. Essentially, the agent is just doing what's best for the client.
Yeah.
The agent is obviously going to say this to get the best deal, the best transfer, the best package. That's their job.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
And Gary Neville just needs to take a step back, widen his perspective, and understand that Paul Pogba, he hasn't done anything wrong with the club. He gets constantly abused. Racists always attack him on the pitch. Have you seen that one? I think it was after the 1920 season when they were like clapping for the fans, and then the fans started like shouting racist abuse at him, and he was just like, sorry.
Yeah.
He didn't even retaliate.
Yeah.
Paul Pogba is an ideal employee. He just gets his work done.
Class personified. Yeah. Like you can, I guess you can with a lot of players, you can probably also just say, like, I mean, yes, he cost a lot. Yes, he hasn't performed for United all the time. But that's where the criticism should be at.
Yeah. Nothing more.
Nothing more than that. Whereas, and similar to the because this is obviously the Harry Kane thing. We'll like briefly touch on it. Like obviously he didn't turn up for training. No one knows anything, obviously. Like no information. Graham Souness apparently has different information. Blah 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 blah.
In case you didn't, well, you can't see that, but my friend here used air quotes.
I used air quotes.
Yeah.
And I mean, Lord willing, he's not Harry Kane. That is not going through anything like deep family related or anything like that. I don't wish anything bad on him. But and same thing. Kane hasn't overtly said that he wants to leave, but we kind of know that that's the case.
Yeah. No, he did. He went on Sky with Gary Neville.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
He straight up said, "I want to leave."
Yeah. If
Paul Pogba's never done that.
So yeah, no. I mean, keep the same energy, guys. That's all I'm saying. So we'll even link that interview down at the bottom with Makola and.
I just love like the mainstream media is like embracing the YouTube media, because I think they understand now that YouTube brings a lot of views.
Yeah.
Lots of people don't watch TV anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
And YouTube creators are like the future right now.
So that was really cool.
Did you see, on the side note, did you see Ty from AFTV going at Jamie Carragher?
I did, yeah.
It's the funniest thing I've seen all week.
He's like, who's it winning the league?
Ty is amazing. Ty is a national treasure.
Yeah,
you
he is.
cherish that man.
Did you see? Oh man, do you see Troops on? Because he's in like Brooklyn now.
He's working for Barstool Sports now.
In the States.
In the States.
And I just saw him he's a fraud. We're not gonna win anything. Oh man, I love Troops.
Troops. Oh dude, he does act up for the camera, but he's so entertaining.
No, they really are. We'll go through just quickly with the standout games. Just quickly, City losing their first game against Tottenham. I was genuinely quite surprised at that.
They look very lackluster.
I was genuinely
surprised. There was no
surprised.
intensity in that performance at all.
Yeah, I mean,
Jack Grealish, like, I love Jack.
Yeah.
Jack has been one of my favorite players for years now. But it just looks so wrong seeing him in a City
it is
shirt.
weird, eh?
And he didn't play like his usual self. Like, usually he's so flamboyant. He's doing everything himself.
Where did he start in this game? Like position?
Oh, he started on the wing.
Oh, on the wing, okay. Yeah. All right. Because I tuned in a bit late, like 5 minutes late, so I didn't see the lineups.
Like, I don't know, it just didn't look right.
Yeah, and I was quite surprised at Tottenham. Tottenham had energy, they wanted it a bit more. I mean, Son is still flipping world class, so like he's still great. Shout out to my fans.
Son is brilliant. I've never seen such a two-footed player in my life. He's equally as good on his left, on his right. Maybe Greenwood is as good as Son on both feet.
Yeah.
But it's such an asset to have a player that can play on either side, in the center. He's great, man.
Yeah, no, he's brilliant.
He's a top-class player.
And Arsenal losing to Brentford, I mentioned that a bit earlier.
This is so bad, bro.
Shout out to Camille, he called that.
Shout out to Camille.
Yeah, he called that.
He called that.
Yeah.
And that's his team as well.
Yeah.
That's the team he chose to back. So, like, I'll put the scenario to you. Take away the badging, take away all of that. Just two teams playing in red.
Yeah.
Which one would you say was the promoted team and which one was the so-called top 6 team in the Premier League?
No, Brentford definitely.
Brentford schooled them.
They did, yeah. Brentford
Especially
played
with
a
the
lot
long
better.
throws.
Yeah.
That's schoolboy stuff.
Yeah.
You know the long throws? That's
Yeah.
what you see at academies and like...
That's like Route 1 football.
Like on the field here, like in grade 12 or whatever. That's what they do there.
Yeah, and then even... we were like chatting to the games, like, oh, did you see the goal? I mean, a really good performance from Brentford, yeah.
Crowd was buzzing.
Arsenal just, it was weird. It was just a weird game for them. They just didn't look.
I think I only saw 3 good performances from any Arsenal player.
Yeah, the only person who I saw was like kind of up, like Smith Rowe was like
Smith Rowe was brilliant.
He was progressing the ball quite a lot, carrying the Tierney. I mean, flipping brilliant, man. I love him.
Lokonga looked good.
Yeah, he did. But everyone else, man, like Ben White looked kind of average.
I don't want to.
Still early though. Like I don't want to.
Football Twitter's going ham on Ben White. I'm like, guys, let's just relax a little bit.
Still early.
It's his first game.
Yeah.
I don't want to like hype onto like let's take a dump on Ben White here. Like he's good, but like he'll need time to adjust.
I have a suggestion. We must have a Arsenal fan, and we must have
I was
a dedicated.
Actually going to say,
we must have a dedicated.
Because we're always so biased here.
Yeah, and there's no agenda of Arsenal.
There's no. I promise.
Genuinely nothing.
They're just really bad at the moment.
So we'll have an Arsenal fan on here, and we'll talk candidly. They can tell us from their perspective, because obviously we just see what we see. So we'll talk about what's going on with the club and all that kind of stuff at a later stage. But we saw if you guys saw the title of this pod, where we say Braithwaite is the new Messi.
Braithwaite.
I can promise you that is just for clickbait. We don't believe it. I promise you. But thank you for listening. If you were listening, we were waiting for this. But Barcelona, they won.
Yeah.
They won the game, Braithwaite, with 2 goals and assist. and I saw so many flipping things. I was telling Preoen now. I was on like Instagram on like your explore page, and I just saw a thing of Barcelona, and then it mentioned the 2 goals, and the caption was like, "Oh, who needs Messi anyway?"
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you guys are so stupid. Like honestly, like you are so dumb.
But to be fair, I can see this team performing better as a unit without Messi.
Fair enough.
This season.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Than with them. Obviously, Messi's a huge loss. All those chances created, goals, assists, all of that. But as a unit, the team can work better now because Messi, off the ball, he wasn't great. No pressing, always walking on the pitch and stuff. But he's Messi. He's allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But it creates holes in the team that other players have to fill.
Yeah.
And now with the whole team working together as a unit, I can see Memphis, Griezmann, Braithwaite, all of these guys working much better as a unit.
Yeah.
Because Memphis looked great.
He did, yeah.
My goodness.
He really did.
What a brilliant move that to replace Messi with Memphis.
Free signing.
Man.
So I was saying to you now that I feel like this is going to be how when Benzema stepped up for Madrid. I mean, Benzema's been unreal like the past 2 seasons. Just, and I think that someone in Barcelona is going to take that step. If it's Braithwaite, it could be Memphis, it could be Griezmann. But I think, and I fully agree with you. I think they're still a good team. Like we forget like they have big
individually.
Individually, they're still a fantastic team.
These individuals have been washed in previous seasons. They've been terrible.
Yeah.
But individually, like as a whole, they talent and all of that, they're great players.
Yeah. And I mean, Pedri started again. That's like his.
Call child services, please.
Honestly,
please. Isn't this like I swear this is like against child laws or whatever. He's working.
This kid is gonna get exhaustion or something. But I mean, shout out to him for
De
like
Jong
being.
had a brilliant game.
No, he did. Yeah. I mean, man, I can't believe I saw a meme. I don't know if you saw. I put it up this morning. It's like
I saw that meme.
Stop playing games, and it's a photo of Pedri.
Pedri.
I was dying, dude. Oh man, but yeah.
I'm very scared that kid's gonna run out of steam. And
I remember you saying like I'm so with you. Madrid looks solid as well. Also a win.
Yeah, I saw a crazy assist by Hazard. I don't know if that was on
we're
purpose.
Assuming we're gonna assume that it was on purpose. Yeah,
just because it looks so damn good.
Yeah, I really hope for his sake this is.
He looked good in the game.
He did, and I really hope this is finally the season where he like goes back to like Chelsea Hazard. You know what I mean? I mean he's like turning 30 this year.
I saw shades of Chelsea Hazard in that game. I think he's lost a yard of pace, definitely. But the touches, the layoffs, the 1-2s with the other players, it was coming back. It looked really good. Like he made a few chances for his players.
I really hope that's him, mate. And yeah, so I mean, really good La Liga games. Entertaining Dortmund, 5-2. Marco
Reus and Marco Reus.
Both of them.
Both of them brilliant.
I mean, Holland is just picking up from where he's.
Yeah, but I'm just so excited to see Reus back at his best.
Yeah.
He was unplayable in that game.
He was so good.
And I saw a thing. Marco Rosa had an interview and he said, obviously Royce is the captain, and Royce actually went up to Marco Rosa and said, listen, we should change to a 4-2-3-1 because they're clearly playing a 4-1-4-1. And then Marco Rosa had enough trust in his captain to be like, okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
And they ended up destroying them.
Yeah.
So that's just great to see. Like a new manager comes in and there's already this trust that's built up.
I love that.
Very entertaining game.
Really love that, yeah.
Great project. They're very top heavy, Dortmund, if you think about the squad.
Yeah.
Defense is a bit, there's not that much depth there. Like there's
from
so
the
much
first,
depth
from the starting guys, no, totally. So yeah, I mean this could be. I mean Bayern also won.
But they lost the Super Cup.
They lost the Super Cup to Bayern.
It was a Wednesday.
Yeah. So I mean, it could. We still maintain that Bayern are probably going to win, but it's still going to be quite entertaining.
They're going to give a few upsets in the Champions League as well.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And well, that's now we're gonna do a bit of a build up to this week.
Oh wait. We should have gone. We haven't gone through like a brief. We didn't go through. My words actually are escaping me today. We're supposed to go through each of the fixtures in the Premier League.
Yes.
Just a brief
quick
breakdown.
Let's go.
Also, I want to speak about my team because what an amazing performance.
You know, I wanted to say that for the end. You know, I wanted to say
that.
Just to the end of this, because I mean, you know, I know everyone knows that we're United fans, but like, let's go. Let's talk about it.
We were hot.
That was such a beautiful performance,
man. It wasn't
man.
even our first team.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of first team players there, but we still had like Dan James.
Yeah.
We had Victor Lindelof starting.
That was such a beautiful performance.
That was a great performance.
I loved it so much. We were so quick.
The passing was sharp.
It was amazing, bro. Flipping Bruno Fernandes with the hat trick. Oh,
shutting up the haters again.
I loved it.
Fernandes, is that what you called him?
Yeah.
Oh, Take this hat trick.
He's a flipping amazing player. I don't care what any of you nonsense people
criticize my
said.
boy, but he's in your FPL team.
Exactly.
Yeah, you hypocrites.
And dude, what makes me so excited is the fact that we still have Sancho and Varane to like try to
And
get
then we
into.
have Rashford to come in.
Rashford to come.
Martial to come. In case people didn't know, Manchester United actually had a behind closed doors game against
Fixture,
Burnley,
yeah.
just to build up fixture fitness. Sorry. And Martial actually scored in that game. So maybe there's some good things to come out of this.
Yeah, and Sancho started that game. Varane was on the bench that game, yeah.
So good
We're
things.
getting there. I'm excited.
But that performance was great.
It was really good.
We were pressing like non-stop. We look fit.
Yeah.
We look, and these players, a lot of them just came back recently because they're at the Euros. They didn't have a preseason, but they were also fit. I love the work ethic in our players right now.
Yeah.
They were fit. They were pressing. Greenwood was great up front.
Oh man, he was so good.
Yeah, he's young. He had a few mistakes. He's back. When he's back is against play. He's not the greatest. Like he made a few mistakes, but he's still young. He'll add that to his game.
Yeah, his game, yeah.
His passing, his distribution, he's crossing. Like it's gone up a level. Like since we saw him emerging,
I'm so excited for
his crossing is insane.
I'm so excited to see like him just get better and better.
That
and
goal where Paul Pogba
that was one of the most beautiful assists I've ever seen, dude. Ever.
It was actually crazy.
And
I could watch that assist the whole day.
And even just to Greenwood as well, just to run in behind as well. That was beautiful.
Crazy.
Great finish as well. Man.
Do you know how casual he makes that finish look?
And that was pretty
It's
difficult.
a hard finish.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
I was so impressed, man.
And it was just casual for him. He's like, no, I can do this on either foot.
I was so impressed, eh?
Lindelof, do you see that ball Lindelof played for Bruno?
Yeah, for Bruno, yeah.
I think, when we bought Tellez, Shaw went up another level.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to happen to Lindelof?
I don't think Lindelof will play as much personally. Like, I think when Varane starts, I think he's in for the rest of the... I think it will give him that spark, that desire, like similar to... Because I think because also Shaw didn't play for a couple games when Tellez came in, but then Tellez wasn't doing...
He was very injury prone.
Yeah, very injury prone. So like he was in and out. Shaw came back in.
But you could see the quality was there in his delivery.
Not 100%. Like he's got a good cross on him, and then Shaw just stepped up again. I think that could happen. I could see it, but I just don't see him playing as much.
I've defended Lindelof a lot, and I am a big fan of his. He does have his faults, but his passing is second to none in the Premier League as a defender, as a centre back. That ball he pinged to Bruno? I've seen him do it time and time again last season for Bruno as well.
Yeah.
He loves pinging that ball up front, and he's really good at it. I can't remember if it was against Spurs or something. He did it for Rashford, and Rashford got him.
I remember that,
Yeah.
Do you think he's got a bit of a Daily Blind type of...
I was just gonna bring this up. We should have never sold Daily.
Yeah, we've had...
He could have been the CDM we needed. He was great alongside
We've had this
Chris
conversation
Smalling.
before, yeah.
You know when he was alongside Chris Smalling in LVG season?
Yeah.
United had the best defense in the league.
I remember that.
With Chris Smalling. That's how good Daily Blind was. He enhanced the game with Chris Smalling. No disrespect to Chris Smalling.
Yeah.
He was great during that time. He was called... what did...
who's that? Smaldini or something.
Smaldini. And then, Louis van Gaal always had these nicknames for him.
Didn't you forget his name?
Stuff,
I remember.
Mike Smalling as well. So, Daily Blind was... we should have never sold him.
Yeah, I remember you saying... I agree with you. And I'm just excited. Yeah, I think
our team is looking
we're looking good. But
I don't want to get too carried away. I just want to take it game by game.
This is not me saying we're winning the league.
No.
You didn't hear that from us.
No.
But we're
just very excited.
Yeah, we're just very excited.
They look really good.
Really good, yeah.
But the thing is, when Varane comes into that back line, which will happen sooner or later, I don't even think it'll happen in the next game. I think...
You don't think so?
I think maybe after international break.
I can see him starting here.
I don't think he starts.
I understand.
For me personally, I think it only happens after the international break.
Is that after this weekend or the following weekend?
After Game Week 3 or Game Week 4.
Okay, fair enough.
And we on as of recording, we're on Game Week 2.
Yeah.
So I see it happening after the international break. But the thing we'll lose when Varane comes in, obviously he better on headers, will be better at set pieces. He has better recovery pace.
Yeah.
And his one-on-one defending is better. But we're gonna lose that ball, that pinging ball that Lindelof does, because Varane's silky on the ball, but he doesn't have that passing ability like Lindelof.
Yeah.
So we need Harry Maguire to step up on that end, because Harry Maguire has the ability to ping a ball. We just need to see him doing it more often when Varane is next to him.
Yeah.
So you just to give some perspective to our back line, when Varane comes in, because everyone's like, Varane's going to improve us so much, and he will.
Yeah.
But we will be losing one aspect, and that's the passing of
For sure.
Lindelof.
No, 100%. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So now,
Ailing had a cracker of a goal.
Oh, he did actually, and I took him out of my fantasy team. Bro. I won't even lie to you. I was just like, damn. When I saw that goal, I was like, I was probably ailing, and I took him out. I'm like, whatever.
Ailing had a cracker of a goal.
Shout out to
And I
Leeds.
was a bit scared. I was like, oh no, here we go again.
But then we came back.
I was having like Swansea flashbacks because I always remember Swansea, like we were beating them 1-0 and like some random season.
Yeah.
Then they scored, and then Gylfi Sigurdsson put one
Oh
in
yeah,
the
I
top
remember
corner.
that. Yeah.
I was getting flashbacks.
Yeah. So yeah, let's quickly go through the fixtures. Who we think is going to win? We've got a quick 10 minutes. So first games are on Saturday. Thought they were tomorrow, but they're actually on Saturday.
Oh,
and then there's a game on the Monday. So first game, Liverpool versus Burnley. What are your predictions?
Liverpool at home, Anfield crowd will be buzzing.
Oh, they'll be
that place is
rocking.
You know, if I was a pro player and I had to warm up at Anfield, I don't think I'd warm up. I think I'd just sit.
Yeah, it'd be
sit at the
scary.
bench.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my lord,
never
those
felt
fans,
safe.
they're like
They're right by
on
the field.
when
Yeah.
you're warming up.
Oh man.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, amazing crowd, amazing vibe. I see Burnley putting up a fight because they are a hard team to beat.
Yeah.
They always park the bus. Sean Dyche tactics. It works. It gets the job done.
Yeah.
But I don't see anything other than a Liverpool win right now.
Same Liverpool win. Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Aston Villa at home.
This is a weird one because
Villa lost their first game.
Villa lost their first game.
Yeah.
They had a good second half. They came back in the second half.
Yeah.
I think the new signings just need some time to settle in.
And Newcastle are just Newcastle.
Newcastle. You don't know what you're getting.
You
from
never
that
know,
team
yeah.
Because they were beating West Ham before half time.
Yeah, and then they lost. Was it
I don't know
40 or
what-
something?
I see a Newcastle loss, but I wouldn't be surprised
You just never know,
if
eh?
they fluked their way into a win.
I could see a draw. I wouldn't be surprised, but I could see.
Villa at home.
I think Villa might scrape this here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a 2-1 or 1-0.
I think the signings just need a little bit of time to bid in.
I mean, Danny Ings scored in the last game, so he's.
And Bailey came off the bench and gave an assist.
So I think they'll be fine. I could see Aston Villa like narrow win.
How do you
win.
see the Danny Ings signing actually? What do you think?
I think it's not brilliant, but I think it's a good signing. I think it came out of nowhere. I didn't even know he was linked with them personally. I was convinced that he would go to City if City didn't get Kane.
Yeah.
And then out of the blue, and that video that Aston Villa's chairman put out talking about
That was brilliant.
That was very class of them to explain like the kind of chance creation that Grealish brought. They're kind of distributing over three. I've never been a fan of that personally. I know because that's what Spurs tried to do when they sold Bale. We mentioned last week.
Yeah.
Because you can't replace one world-class player with like 5 above average
I think
players.
they replaced him not with 5 average players. With 5
So no, but
great
I'm just thinking more about what Spurs did.
Yeah.
Like Villa, I think have done well. Leon Bailey, I think is a great signing.
Yeah.
I think Buendia is a brilliant signing, and Ings is a proven goal scorer in the Premier League. So I
think it's just going to take away from Ollie Watkins, like his development.
Yeah, no, and I mean that sucks because I mean he had a 14 goal season last year.
He's a great striker.
I mean, it obviously gives them. It's nice to have depth, but it's not. Like you're saying, it could stagnate a bit of his progress, which kind of sucks. But yeah, we think Aston Villa, Crystal Palace versus Brentford. I could listen. I might have to really hold my mouth on this one because I said I think Brentford will go down. I'm not convinced by the 3 teams going up personally yet, but Brentford played really well. I still think Palace are kind of find their feet with Vieira, so I could see Brentford winning this as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going Brentford as well. I think Crystal Palace are still adjusting to Vieira's systems and stuff. I think it'll take them a while.
Yeah.
So for now, I think Brentford, they're already set up, established the way of playing from the championship. Everything's ready to go. I see a Brentford win.
Same here. Leeds versus Everton.
I see a draw.
A draw, yeah, I can see it as well.
I see 2-2.
2-2.
2-2. Yeah.
High scoring draw here.
Yeah.
I could see like a 1-1. Yeah.
A 1.
Yeah. 1-1.
Leeds never do ones. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, draw. I'm with you on that one. Man City versus Norwich.
You go.
I think Man City win this. I think this could be not. I'm not saying they're turning up on Norwich.
Yeah.
But I do think that they're just the better team. Oh no, is this good?
Upset. I think it's going to be an upset.
Ooh, the upset.
I'm just going for an upset. I don't want to be too predictable, but
Yeah.
I like Norwich's team. Like I saw the lineup last week, and I was like, this team is good.
They are a good team.
They
yeah.
did lose,
Yeah.
but they're a good team.
Yeah.
So I'm going for the upset here. Last season, they were in the Premier League. They were pretty rubbish, but they did turn up against big teams
Yeah.
and caused a few upsets. So I see an upset here again.
You think Norwich wins?
I don't think the Man City crowd will be up for it anyway.
So you think Norwich wins?
I think Norwich wins.
Oh,
They're
wow.
going for an upset.
Hectic. Okay. Brighton versus Watford.
This is a weird one because both teams are coming off wins. Watford look good. Brighton look good. I'm just going to back my boys. Go with Brighton.
Yeah, I think, Brighton as well. I think Watford will be up for it coming back, but I think Brighton win. Again, I'm thinking very, very narrow, like 1-0 or 2-1 or something.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be
2-1 Brighton.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be like I don't think someone's going to run away with it. So
it's a very tricky game to predict, honestly. I think that's one of the hardest ones for me to
especially because
predict.
I honestly was convinced Watford were going to be the worst team
I
in
didn't
this
think
season.
Watford were going to be that good.
Not at all, bro. So I think, obviously it's still very early in the season, but I was very, very impressed with Watford's performance. Sunday's games, our boys United versus Southampton were away at St. Mary's.
Not to be biased or anything. I'd never be biased to my team.
Not at all.
But we're winning.
Also, they just lost Vestergaard to Leicester. Southampton.
Arsene Hüttel is still an elite manager for me. I think he's top 5 in the Prem. I'd say top 5 in the Prem.
And
but
they did get
top 6.
Was it Adam Armstrong from
scored in his debut
from Blackburn? Yeah,
he looks good.
he looks good. He looks really good. But United.
The thing, so as a United fan, we know our squad, we know our weaknesses and stuff like that. Southampton love to press, especially when they're at home. They love to be on that front foot. And because they love to press, we need a press-resistant player in that midfield. Do you think McFred starts, or do you think Donny should come in for McTominay? Because Donny is very press-resistant. It's always one pass and go. Movement all around, good legs, technical ability. Probably he's right up there with our top players on a technical level. He's very he's press resistant, and that's what you need against Southampton. So personally, if I was a coach, I would replace McTominay for Donny because he's press resistant, whereas McTominay can get caught on the ball a few times. What do you think?
I think I fully agree with you, but I just think we don't take those type of risks, or Ole usually doesn't.
No, he just sticks to what.
So I think he's going to stick with McFred, and unfortunately,
free my boy Donny.
Yeah, no, Donny needs to play more. So I fully agree with what you're saying, but I think he's going to stick with the standard.
Yeah, free Donny.
But I do think we win.
It's like those memes. He ain't done nothing. Free Donny.
Exactly. Dude, I saw such a bad one when the kit got released.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's the first time we've had a player's name in the front because it says team viewer. Yeah. I was like, dude. And there was a picture of Donny wearing the shirt. I felt so bad.
Oh no.
Yeah, team viewer. You get it? Man.
No,
but I think terrible. United still win.
Yeah,
United still win.
It's a tricky game, but I think we win.
Yeah, Wolves versus Spurs. Old manager.
Spurs.
Spurs. Nuno wins this.
I actually didn't even catch how Wolves played in the last game week. They completely went under my radar.
Yeah, I mean I haven't heard anything bad, but Spurs I think win even without Kane. We need to talk about. If he does move to City, we'll talk about it. But it's going to be interesting because he's not playing in the conference game today, even though he was in the squad.
I wouldn't want to play a conference game either.
Yeah. So
that conference league is shambolic.
Yeah, it's so stupid. And the last game of Sunday, there's one more game.
Banger.
Yo, man. Banger. I feel bad for Arsenal. Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Oh.
Lukaku's starting. He's available. We don't know if he's starting, but he's available. I
think he starts.
He definitely starts.
I think he starts.
Dude, I saw him I was selling Jobs today. Jobs, I was a Chelsea fan. And bro, Lukaku looks lean, bro.
Lukaku is looking like a different
He looks
animal.
Incredible shape.
He's not the United Lukaku.
Because at United, he was just so buff.
He's so big for no reason.
He was just way too muscular. But now he's looking super lean.
So lean.
Really good shape. And I'm just and he looks confident, bro. I'm just damn.
Bro.
And when Lukaku's on it, man, he can score. So I think Chelsea turn up. I think they're turning up on Arsenal right now. Remember that one game? I mean, I don't think it'll be this bad, but remember that one season where I think Costa, I know Costa was playing for Chelsea. They scored 6-0 against Arsenal that day. I don't think it's gonna be that bad, but I can see a 3-0.
I see a crashing at the Emirates.
Yeah,
the fans are gonna be leaving at halftime.
I can't wait to see Arsenal.
And you know how toxic the Emirates can get when things don't go their way.
So I think Chelsea win this. quite convincingly, if I'm being completely honest. And the last game of this game week 2 is West Ham versus Leicester.
This is a tricky one. This is a very tricky.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, I'm like,
I have no idea how this goes.
I could see West Ham winning.
I could give a case to both teams winning this.
Yeah.
I have no idea how this goes.
What do you rate? I think West Ham could narrowly take it as well. Because I mean, they I think coming back from the goals down, they kind of have a bit of momentum.
You go West Ham. I'm gonna go Leicester.
Fair enough.
But
yeah.
I can see either team doing it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's it, guys. Let us know your predictions. We'll let you know if we got any of them right. We'll keep you updated on our fantasy league as well.
Yeah.
And man, yeah.
Oh, actually, I have something to close the show off.
Oh, hit me.
Marseille versus Nice.
Oh yes, of course you did say.
League One.
Yes.
That's looking like a cracker of a game. Didn't you say you're backing Marseille for?
I said that come second. Yeah.
Yeah. You said they were gonna finish above my boys.
Yeah, I did. Because I still think they. I mean, they still got the. They
Get
still
ready
got big
to hold
players.
your L.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Ready.
I mean, I'm because I said they're coming second. I'm gonna say Marseille.
Mm-hmm.
But-
you already know it.
but
I see
I-
another 4-0 coming.
Another one.
Another one.
Oh, hectic. Okay.
DJ Khaled up again. Another one.
Yeah, no, I'm backing the boys in blue and white, and you're saying Nice.
Did you see? Actually, I want to close the show off with this.
Yeah.
Puma, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh, dude! They deserve the award for the worst kits ever.
Ever,
Honestly,
of all time.
it looks like like those knockoff shirts you get like at like.
It looks like the supporter tees. Do you know, I was on Instagram and I saw this and I'm like, oh, it must be like a supporter tee or something. Then I clicked the caption and it says show more.
Yeah.
Official third kit of
I saw that,
Manchester City.
I thought it was like
what?
you get those like training kits.
Yeah,
Or like
yeah.
those ones that you just wear.
Yeah.
Like they just have a United shirt on it
Yeah.
or a United crest on it,
Yeah.
but it's like a 300 rand shirt or whatever. And this is the actual. It just says we're looking at like the Man City, AC Milan. So it says the club's
The
name
club is
big.
big, bold.
So it doesn't have the badge. And then it's like the sponsor, and then I'm just like, this is terrible.
This is terrible.
Genuinely terrible.
And there's like multiple badges like underneath in the same color of the kit. It looks like pajamas. It genuinely looks like pajamas.
Honestly, quite frankly, I don't think there's not ever, but I hope more than anything. I saw you said it on your story. I hope United never get Puma as a shirt sponsor.
Honestly,
ever.
I think Puma make the worst kits.
They genuinely make the worst
I'd rather
kits.
have a New Balance kit than a Puma kit.
New Balance kits are really nice. Like
I
some
like
of them.
New Balance sneakers, but
Yeah.
the kits haven't been the
Not
best,
amazing. Not amazing.
but
Yeah.
I'll have them over Puma
Yeah.
any day. I'll take Umbro even over Puma, bro. Anyone.
I hope. The only thing, I hope United goes back to Nike at some point, but I like the Adidas kits. But I hope we never get Puma ever.
I'm checks over stripes. So
Are you checks over stripes?
I'm checks over stripes.
Oh, thanks, bro. I like. You know what it is about the United kits? I like the apparel
Yeah.
more than the actual kits.
Yeah.
Like the hoodies and
The
like
Ivy Park stuff they made was nice.
so good, man.
That was nice.
But I do miss our Nike kits.
I think if we were still with Nike, we would have had that Jordan deal. United
think
is,
so?
is a huge entity.
Yeah.
That collab with Jordan would have been huge. But anyways,
Yeah.
stink of the week goes to Puma.
Oh,
without a
big
doubt.
time. Yeah, facts. I don't know who at
How
Puma
are
was
you
like.
creative in this company and you think that's fine to release to the public?
I'm just like, you can have that idea, but who at the top level is saying, okay, cool, that's fine.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I saw that on Man City.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's only one kit.
Yeah.
And I scroll further down.
It's all of them, bro.
It's all of the
Every-
Puma teams.
Borussia Mönchengladbach. Who else is there? AC Milan.
Milan.
Oh, dude, that one was so bad.
Oh, it was so bad.
I put it onto another football group I'm part of. They're like, oh, I don't mind it. I'm like, no, this is horrendous.
This is a crime against football.
Yeah.
This is worse than the Super League.
Way better.
This is worse than the Super League.
This and the Super League are equally as bad to me.
This should actually be the title of the show. Puma are worse than the Super League.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, Puma was.
And I think on that we should close the show.
We should close, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Benchwarmers. Let us know your predictions, and we'll obviously follow up on ours. We'll do a recap of everything. Thanks again for listening.
Yeah.
Always appreciate the support. We're gonna have more guests on. Feedback has been great from that episode, so thanks Camille. You must be on even
Shout out
feedback
to
on.
Camille, yeah.
So guys, have a great time. Enjoy the weekend's fixtures, and we'll be back soon. Peace out.